All right, now this plant is Annabelle Hydrangea, and this is people come to our plant sales and they're like, do you have snowball bushes? So this is often what they're referring to. Now this bloom, these things, I just picked these up from a friend of mine, and I'm actually going to propagate this. So the bloom is usually really white, and the only reason that this one is not is because in the nursery they were packed together, so this thing hasn't seen any sun all summer long until I pulled it out here, you know, just yesterday. So if this thing is out in the sun, this is going to turn really white. I mean spectacular white. And then as the bloom starts to fail, it turns a little bit pink, and then we'll get brown. A lot of people collect these things and they actually let them dry. This one is broke off, so I'm going to snap that off. But again, very white, big snowball type flower. Now Annabelle Hydrangea is in the like in the PG Paniculata family, and it's one of the hydrangeas that blooms on current growth. So in other words, all of this growth is new growth this growing season. So on this particular stem, you can see this grew from all the way down here, and then in August it stops growing, and then it starts making a flower bud. And that's the advantage to these, is that they always bloom, because your flower buds don't freeze over the winter like they do with the macrophylla varieties, like nickel blue and some of the reds, and really, you know, some of those unique varieties. So that's a big difference. They bloom on current growth. So propagating this thing is really easy to do. We're going to remove the flower bud, and I can actually get a couple of cuttings out of here. That really is going to be a cutting. Now, but I'm really going to do these because it's almost September. I'm going to treat them like hardwood cuttings. So what I'm going to do, we're going to take this whole stalk off, and then right below every leaf node, like right here's a leaf node, we're going to cut below that. So basically on this one, so this is your leaf node, so I'm going to make my cutting right below that and leave my leaves, and I'll probably typically end up with I don't want to ruin a bunch of cuttings because I want them. So basically I would cut right here. Let me get my hand out of the way. Right below where the bud break is, and that's going to be my cutting, and then I'll cut it right up here. So we'll have a cutting up here as well. So let me cut it, because we're going to make these today. So I'm going to remove the flower bud, but maybe if I remove it selectively, because there's leaves lost up there. So perfect. So now I'm going to make the cut right here, and then this top part, I'm going to remove these two leaves, and then this will be my cutting. So I'm going to pop these two leaves off, and then I'm going to cut right below that leaf node. That's my little cutting, and I've got I got a node here, a bud break, and that's what I'm going to stick. And we'll stick them in either we use sand, but anything that's light and fluffy, got a lot of perlite, and then we're going to just put them under in our propagation area. And if you're going to do these, you can do these in like September. Stick them in some sand, put them in a shady area, water them once a day, and by spring they're going to be rooted for you. So Annabelle Hydrangea is a great landscape plant because it gets covered with these huge snowball bushes. And then, you know, the big advantage is if you want to prune this thing down, you can prune it all you want. If we look in here, you can see we're in the nursery last year, they probably pruned it all the way down to here. I see one, yeah. But this is all new growth this year. So I'm going to cut these things back really hard, and then we'll plant them out here at the nursery, and they're going to flush right out, and the rest of this we're going to use to make cuttings right now with. So, and for now, I'm going to stick that right there to keep it. But anyway, here's a bloom. This is Annabelle Hydrangea, a great landscape plant, easy to take care of. And these flowers, a lot of people dry them, and I know they spray them with whatever they do, but they last a long time if you want to treat them that way. So, all right, I'm Mike McGroarty. This is Annabelle Hydrangea.